I, this rest stuff just drives me crazy. You're playing basketball for a living, okay? I understand if you're working in a coal mine that you may need a rest day after it. You're playing basketball. The joy that comes with competing in basketball is fun to play. I never got tired in a game. How can you get tired in a game? You're playing basketball. I don't understand this. Honestly, I start thinking I must have missed out on something. The 9 to 5 the guy's doing before he comes to the game. He must be putting in some serious work, in the mine or doing something. Maybe he's a logger. Maybe he's chopping wood. You got all day to sit on your rear end. This rest stuff drives me nuts.
The 1985 to 1986 Boston Celtics won the NBA championship. And with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Bill Walton off the bench, they were widely recognized as one of the select few greatest basketball teams of all time. The Celtics brought their core group back for the 86 to 87 season, and they were ready to defend their title. The player who was arguably more ready than anyone else was their second scoring option, Kevin McHale. This 6'10 power forward is widely regarded as one of the greatest power forwards in the history of the league, and to his teammates, he was often referred to as the torture chamber, as he would punish opponents in the low post. With his tremendous footwork, with his solid fundamentals, and with his extremely high release point on his jump shot. He's an NBA Hall of Famer. He won 3 championships with the Celtics, and he earned 6 All-Defense Team selections. The thing is, in this 1987 title defense, what he didn't know is that he was coming up upon one of the most significant nights of his basketball career, which was March 27, 1987. Heading into that regular season matchup against the Chicago Bulls, McHale was averaging a ridiculous 26.4 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks, on an absurd 61% shooting from the field. In the history of the NBA, there have only been 3 players to average at least 25 points per game while also shooting north of 60% from the field, and Kevin McHale is one of those 3 players. But in this regular season contest against the Bulls, Kevin McHale tragically broke the navicular bone in his right foot. Not only is this injury extremely painful, but especially as a big man, it was extremely dangerous and threatening to his career. Kevin's doctor told him that he should shut it down for the remainder of the season, but McHale ignored the doctor's advice, and he had warned him that his career and his overall health was at risk if he continued to play this season on his broken foot. McHale only missed 3 games due to the injury. Even his superstar teammate Larry Bird publicly said in an interview that Kevin McHale shouldn't be playing for the rest of the season. Listen, if Larry Bird, of all people, who is one of the toughest players in the history of the game, is telling you that you're pushing yourself too hard and should probably sit out, then I have zero doubt that he's absolutely correct. Regardless, he continued to play, and in McHale's first game back against the Detroit Pistons, he scored 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks, on 50% shooting from the field, and his Celtics won by 4 points. The very next game, he scored 29 points and had 6 rebounds, in a 2-point loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. For the rest of the regular season, which was a total of 6 games, McHale averaged a ridiculous 43.7 minutes per game, which would be a ton for just any regular player. But for a guy on a broken foot is completely unheard of. What's crazy is that it doesn't stop there. McHale played through the remainder of the NBA playoffs, and his Boston Celtics made it all the way to the NBA Finals, where they met up with their rivals, the Los Angeles Lakers. Along the way, Kevin played pretty well, and notably, in a crucial third game against the Milwaukee Bucks, he scored 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots, while making 60% of his shots. Throughout the East playoffs, he averaged 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks, on 58.3% shooting. What ensued in the NBA Finals was another epic battle between 2 rivals, and McHale did his usual thing despite the pain, as he averaged 20.5 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block, while making 58.5% of his shots, in what was one of the most heroic basketball performances in NBA history. Unfortunately for him, it was all in vain, as the Lakers won the NBA championship and eliminated the Celtics in 6 games. Now here's the thing. Because McHale played through the playoffs and didn't shut down his season earlier when the injury first took place, it dramatically affected his basketball career, as he was never the same after this point. His numbers reduced and he just didn't move around as well as he used to. The doctor was right, it did affect his career in the long term. Even Kevin Garnett, who is a Boston Celtics legend and who won the championship with them in 2008, has made some comments about Kevin McHale. And he said that he's noticed how McHale isn't even walking normally for a guy at his age, due to the fact that he played through this injury. So this makes me wonder, at what point is an NBA superstar going too far? I understand there's a lot of old school basketball fans who watch my videos, and you guys are like me, who cherish guys who always go out there and put their best efforts on the court, whether they're healthy or they're injured. A guy who's able to play through injury and help his team win basketball games is displaying his courage, he's displaying his toughness, and he's displaying tremendous perseverance. But at what point is it no longer those characteristics? And instead, it looks more like recklessness, or even selfishness, because now you're jeopardizing your entire career and your day-to-day life, which your family certainly cares about. This story about Kevin McHale and his insane toughness has always been a bittersweet story, because on one hand, I feel like he's a hero for it, but on the other hand, it was one of the most reckless moves in basketball history, and he suffered the consequences for it. So with all that being said, please let me know in the comments section below, do you think there is such a thing as an NBA athlete going too far? And where do you draw that line? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.